Good evening, everyone, and welcome to today's stream. Hope you're having a good day today. Me, I am feeling better than I did last night. um, let's see. Uh, let's see here. Last night, of course, Star Trek Voyager Across the Unknown. We took care of basically the end of season 3 and start of season 4 of what ties into the actual Star Trek Voyager television series. And it's kind of interesting how some of the choices I've made is really has created a unique version of of the USS Voyager's journey through the Delta Quadrant. It's like what characters we have available, what did who didn't we who do we fail recruiting, who did we actually recruit. So a nice there's a wide variety there. And so I'm seeing where there's going to be a lot of replay value with Across the Unknown. As a game we will go back to time and time again to get to see all the variables. Beyond that, after I got that written, I went back to sleep to continue resting up as the Washington Capitals defeat the Flyers 3-1. um Only thing I had a little something to eat. Work was a struggle to get through. Did complete 2 interviews. I think I kept logging into the wrong thing. So it's like I was embarrassing. It was like, wait a second. I thought I hit the right thing. It's like, no, I didn't. It was like, oh, okay. Kind of loopy in that regard. Striker's on a 130D stream streak. Striker, how you doing? I saw the trailer. Well, the announcement really. I saw that there is a trailer for. No, I'm all right. Iceman. It was just I'll be able to get to the stream and everything. Just that. It's like I felt worse in this and still streamed. I'm not hacking or anything. It's like if I was hacking and bringing up stuff, I would definitely call it. It's just more of like the after effect of how badly I was hit yesterday. But I blame it on the sudden change in temperatures with me. Is I don't respond well. Like it triggers a headache and it just waylays me like the better part of a day. It's like so basically everything from like the blizzard on Sunday, shoveling on Monday, and the after effect hit me hard yesterday, and I was like, okay, so we're just rolling. We're rolling forward there. Uh, see. But anyway, I saw the trailer for, or it's an announcement for the trailer of the a collection of Marvel related games. It would have the X-Men arcade game plus a number of the actually a few arcade games like Captain America and the Avengers, a few other titles. Um, but the stuff from like that was released on consoles like the NES, Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis, and a few and a few of the handheld consoles, the Game Boy, Game Gear. And I'm thinking, boy, the legal flips that had to be done to pull that off. Because a lot of those games, like, look, Marvel may own like the license, of the of all of the X Men, Captain America, Iron Man, uh, Spider Man, and so forth, and that forth. But the actual games are owned by like the publisher and or developers over the course of time. It's like think about it. There's a reason why the X-Men the arcade game prior to 2026 has only seen one real port. That was back in the Xbox 360, PlayStation 3 era. I would know because I had that game on available on the PlayStation 3. that was like the only legal port of that game because the game itself is owned by Konami. They can't publish it and relist it without Marvel's permission because of got to make a license arrangement. But so Konami owns X-Men the arcade game, right? Now a lot of the home console stuff, I'm trying to think. Trying to think of one in particular. I think was Spider-Man X-Men Arcade Revenge or something like that. That was I don't know who the developer was, but that was published under uh LJN, I believe. Um and LJN's their ownership has changed hands numerous times over the year when they went under. So 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 it's not like with that Ninja Turtles the Cowabunga collection from several years ago at this point, for all the games that was released, those were all like games developed by Konami and published by Konami. It pisses me off that I sick of your my beard and hair. Yes. uh, well, credit to my mom's side of things. Uh, but yeah. So as I was saying, the Ninja Turtle collection, those were all games that were developed and published by one company. This is like what Paramount, Nickelodeon, now Skydance owns the Ninja Turtles property. So all I had to do was just like reissue the license to have those games republished in in that collection. So so the legal ramifications there is going to be interesting. Anyway, we got PowerWash Simulator 2 this evening. As we in there. Bring up the achievement list for things we have not done. We have 45% of the achievement at this point in time. So we're done with the grime and the hockey scores for now. Fred's still here. Beer looking like he sleeps on velvet. If you want to share the good vibes or just let the world know what's up, use the link. It's slicker than a grease piglet at the county fair. That's certainly a description there. Hey, Iceman.
Howdy, Fred.
How you doing today?
I'm okay. Snowed a few times, shoveled a few times. Other than that,
Other
I don't
than
need to
that,
ask how you're doing.
yep, yep, I went through the whole rigmarole.
Fred, do something.
I am doing
We'll keep it
something.
to a couple places, and then we'll let you get some sleep.
Oh, Striker being in trouble again.
Oh dear.
Alrighty. Next up is the airship. And they are adding new stuff for this game too. Yeah. Alright, so it looks like there's no achievements associated with the airship.
No, there aren't.
Trying to
Love
get
how
into
glitchy this thing is.
Adventure Time stuff, huh? Oh, if it's free, I mean, Iceman will be able to grab it. I'll probably grab it just for achievement
I
purposes.
don't know what that is.
Oh, cartoon that has a lot of location and not so much vehicle. Rather unique, rather long running on
Huh.
for an animated series.
On button.
And rather clever, or at least unique in some of its casting. Because like normally they will replace an actor who like a male actor whose voice has changed and that aged out of the role, but they said nope, keep him, which I always thought was kind of neat. Instead of
It's
replacing,
kindly.
yeah, yeah, so it's like yeah, it's the same cast of characters. John DiMaggio voices the characters on it, also known as Marcus,
Famously known as Marcus Phoenix, because
or
that's who
Bender,
everyone would know him as.
or Bender.
All right, Fred, I got a laugh for you.
Yeah,
I was watching the Jays game, the preseason, obviously,
you
and
guys were victimized by ABS too.
no, like ABS it is what it is.
Yes, the Major League Baseball's way of screwing over teams if they don't want to win.
Yeah, it's better than just to use the umpire like they usually do.
Uh, so you saw
And
it.
the
What
commercial comes on, and this commercial is talking about an arthritis drug, and I'm gonna sort of go through the basics of it, and then I'll wait for you to see my reaction.
Okay.
Do you suffer from this type of arthritis? Sorry, I can't remember what it was called. Is it making your day-to-day life more difficult? Try this new pill. It's called, whatever they called it, we'll call it pill. Pill is the greatest new pill ever. It will allow you to get back to doing the things you love. Pill may cause suicidal thoughts. And I immediately looked at the TV and went, what? That is the most fucked up side effect I've ever heard. It changes your brain chemistry? What? You guys have the balls to put this on TV.
Yeah.
And say its side effect is suicidal thoughts? What the
That
fuck?
that is not as uncommon as you would think. Unfortunately.
Well, that's a new one for me. I've heard the rectal bleeding and all that before. But suicidal thoughts? Like, what the fuck?
Well,
I'm saving that one for you.
yeah, it potentially can change your brain chemistry, but yeah.
That was a come again moment? You did who and the what now?
I to say laughter's the best medicine.
Yeah, each week I try to get a good chuckle out of you while we're on here. I figured that was a good one. I also was watching Jacksepticeye and Markiplier play this. Well, the first one.
Yeah.
PowerWash Simulator 1. And these are two guys with millions and millions of regular viewers.
Yep.
And what did they talk about? They just shot the shit about life while playing this, and I was like, Jesus Christ, they're doing the same thing Fred and I did.
Yeah. It was like, yeah, that watch. Hey, they're just ripping me off, of course. Just ripping off. They're stealing our gimmick.
Well, to be fair, theirs was like 4 years ago.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was like, it was so neat watching them talk about, you know, how streaming had began for them and how it was now, and you know, they missed a little bit of that, how it used to be, and it will probably never be back that way ever again. And they talked about life and little silly things, and I was like, that's literally what Fred and I are doing right now. It's so relatable.
Yeah. You want to know why? Like if they want, if it says if they were talking about how they long they missed how it missed the B. Yeah, you know why it's like one for the long days because they broke. Because the reason why we have so many rules to deal with now, the guys like them basically did did not force the rules to be put in place in the first place. So that's just like my take on that. Whenever I see like some of these larger streamers and whatnot
Hmm.
complain. It's like, oh, it was so much
Well,
better back then. It's like, yeah,
well,
you
they
know
weren't
what?
saying it like that. It was like we missed the community involvement that we had when we had like 5,000 viewers versus 35 million viewers.
Yeah,
It, but
yeah, and I get it, but still, it's like kind of yeah. I took that in a way different direction, but you can understand where I.
no, that's fine. No, I,
Yeah,
I hear you. I just thought it was so funny that it was just basically what you and I were doing.
pretty much. It's like the trouble with a game like PowerWash there is like it is just basically yeah, just shoot the breeze, spray the water.
Yeah.
It, there is no background music and whatnot. That's why part of why it's like I'm getting like so much music made and stuff. It's like okay, if I ever have wanted to do stream the stuff of the first game, that is the stuff that you don't have access to of it,
Mhm.
I'm gonna need something else, something in the background because it's like 'cause that's how I play this game off stream. Well, play power the first one off stream. I have something in the background to
At
like
some point, maybe I'll buy the add-on and we can do that together.
yeah, because I can't play the first one with the with headphones because the whitewash, the white noise of the water spraying is very sleep inducing.
I am someone who needs a white noise machine in order to sleep, so I could understand that. What the heck am I missing down here? There we go. Good lord. Been underneath here for like 5 minutes. Let's go.
Oh well, we've been here for 5 minutes, so
I want progress, damn it. I've got bigger things to worry about, like whether or not Trump will get to heaven, which has been a hilarious comedic topic of late.
oh my cousin Frances came across something awesome. It's like little she has cats. So she found
Oh
these
dear.
she found these little like litter bags for at the litter box, and they are in
Hmm.
they have Trump's face on them. So literally, they are. Yep, he's full of shit.
A shithead.
Yeah,
Ah, oh dear.
there's reasons why I say she's my favorite cousin.
Seems to get your humor.
Yeah, it's like only a few years apart, and I said it's like she was basically like my little equivalent. Will be the equivalent of my little sister.
That's like me with Phil. We were only a few months apart, but we just clicked on so many levels.
Yeah, I'm older than her by a few years, but it's like a of all members of my family that would be considered millennials, I am the oldest one.
Mhm. Like if you were to look at my quote unquote best friends in my life, they're all like people who don't really like sports and like to like hunt and things like that. Don't really play video games other than like Red Dead Redemption.
Yeah, that's gonna be a long journey for me when I get around to that.
Yeah, I just couldn't get into that.
I mean, I played Ghost of
Uh,
Tsushima, so I'm used to riding around on a
mm,
horse.
fair. So Philip, he liked to say music is me, he liked video games, he liked camping. It was like, oh, cool. We like the same kinds of movies. So it's It's hard to find someone that matches
Same
interests
interests.
on
Yep.
more than just one or two levels.
Yep. I like to think I am somewhat included on that short list.
Yeah, it's like I say, when you find someone like that, it's you tend to stick with
As much as you can.
them.
Is like life
Oh,
has it.
my buddy Brandon says some stuff. He's a country boy. And some of the country ideals he has makes me go, "Ooh, buddy, don't repeat that, okay?"
If you're going to repeat it, make sure it's in the context of a television show that involves the hockey.
Hmm. Let's see. I'm surprised it's been more than 3 minutes since he messaged me about the Leafs game, so that's pretty impressive. There's something nobody wants to watch.
Uh, oh, they'll make the playoffs, right?
Nope.
Oh,
They are 4 points out right now, and they're currently down 3-0 in the third.
so you're saying there's a chance?
Huh.
You
Well,
know,
if the
maybe.
teams ahead of them win, they're now 6 points out of the playoffs.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. Because the Eastern Conference this year, everybody
That is
was
one.
is, and I said it a few weeks ago. I haven't checked. I haven't really looked at the standings since then, but it was like rather. Well, they're basically kicking. Basically, they're kicking the shit out of the Western
Kicking the shit out of
Conference.
each other is our problem right now. The Leafs would be like the 7 seed in the West, but I think they're the 11 seed in the East. Which is unusual. The West has always been the more powerful of the two.
You know, it's kind of like in the PA. This comparison in the
Mm-hmm.
'80s, the Eastern Conference teams were like the most dominant. It was
Mm-hmm.
almost like it was rather brutal to get through because you had like the '80s Celtics, '80s Bulls. You had the Pistons in the late '80s. Like the Sixers were no slouch either. It's like,
Yeah, they were a tough one.
but on the flip side, the Lakers, on the
Yep,
other
I was
hand,
just about to say that.
who had like were able to coast into the playoffs and make and have like an easy time getting through, easy quote unquote, getting through the Western Conference playoffs side of the playoffs.
When we were kids, it was, I should say teenagers, I suppose. Um, their biggest ones they had to fight were like the Portland Trailblazers and the Sacramento Kings to get
Yeah,
through the West.
yeah,
It's a
man,
sad state these days.
and one could argue as it relates to the Kings, there were some crooked refs involved.
Mm-hmm.
Jack denies it, but everyone else knows it.
Yeah, different time, as they say. No one thought the Raptors would win, so, especially with Golden State dominating everyone at the time. At least I can say I was alive for that. Well, I was alive for the Jays wins, but I was like 7, so my memory of it's a bit weak.
Yes, I'm a few years older than you. I was also. My memory of it was okay. Real.
Yes.
It provided what's what I'm looking for. Strong foundation of of how to cope as a sports fan.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm learning that with the Bills. At least I'm not a Jets fan.
Yeah, that's a special kind of hell.
Ooh. It's a deserved kind of hell. I love that all their quarterbacks, when they leave, become good elsewhere. Making me really happy. Just waiting for Zach Wilson to lead like the Arizona Cardinals to the playoffs next year randomly. He's not even on that team, but you know what I
It
mean?
is, I was expected. It's like, oh, this get a. I was like, there was something like, oh, is it gonna be a hot take? It's like, yeah, you know what? There's gonna be like, who's gonna be the next Sam Darnold? Randomly,
Yeah,
lead it.
and before him it was Geno Smith who, from out of nowhere, led the league in passing one year after the Jets walked away from him. Also, this past year, my quarterback I really don't like, and Aaron Rodgers, leading Pittsburgh to the playoffs after getting away from the Jets.
Yes. Yeah, at the very least, the Steelers, I would say the Steelers will be different next year, but they just replaced their coach with somebody who,
Benchwarmer
who
Brand had a great one on that.
like, you're doing the exact same thing. He's the exact same coach.
He even has the same first name. They're both guys who will be 9-8 and make the playoffs and have no chance to go any further.
And I said the standard is the standard.
You did watch that video.
A urinating tree is the who is a Pittsburgh. Can I? Oh, I am under this thing. That's why.
Under the thing.
Yes, but the urinating tree has this whole thing. It's like he's a Steelers fan. He does the week one of those guys who does the weekly somewhat humorous takes on the happenings of the end of each of the NFL. And one of his things is Days of Our Steelers.
I missed those hilarious cartoon ones. They had one for basketball, Game of Zones, I think. That one was really funny.
There was also there's something basketball related that's being tossed around. I've seen lately.
Mm.
Yes, Game of Zones. That I think was on Inside the NBA several years back with inside the um, Inside the NBA. They did that like a season or so.
They ran through several different years with it, and they were all pretty funny. And it was basically like, Golden State's gonna win. Golden State's gonna win. How's LeBron gonna try and, counter this? How's he gonna get back in there? And then the Kyle or the DeMar DeRozan trade, and then I think they had like Kawhi as like the White Walkers. And then it was just like, oh fuck, how accurate that turned out to be. Because one year he was with us, he rolled.
Yep. Yep, I'm just on up here. Lay the Brimpton.
You're on an airboat. You're on a motherfucking airboat.
Like so, this thing filled with hydrogen or what?
I was gonna go to school, but then I got hydrogen. Then I got hydrogen. Then I got hydrogen. And then I got hydrogen.
Excuse me, guys.
No worries. I just try to quickly slam the mute down, but every once in a while, you just don't make it.
Yeah, that Voyager game is also turning a lot more fun as I get a good handle on it. Once you get, once I got a handle on the menu system and realizing what these are done, it's like, okay, I see what I'm supposed to do.
That's good. watched bits and pieces of your playthrough.
Like the questionable choices, but
Oh, everything's questionable.
seeing as it's like okay, the game is taking into account that a wide possibility there. That there is enough choices. Like if somebody really wants Janeway to be like a true chaos gremlin, they can't make that happen. We'll make things a bit. We'll make things difficult, but it can happen. I've learned.
Anyway, it was a bit chaosy anyway.
Although
I thought she was being good, but she was just chaos.
I could have done without without specific limitations being placed on because of fixed plot points. Could have done without
Mm.
that.
I'm a little
Ro-
surprised they made it so fixed, but you can fix with, or fiddle with it a bit, so that's something, I suppose.
Yeah, it's really just like one point in the. What was it? The episode, the two-parter basics that closed out season 2, beginning of season 3, that wrapped up pretty much all the Kazon stuff.
Yeah, that went on way too long. Like, there has to be other species in these fucking Kazon.
Uh, and it was like they were there as like the initial main antagonist. There were, and
Yeah.
there were, and going through it, it's like yeah, there were like people and there were certainly a lot of instances where Janeway pissed off enough people. That's why I said at the start when Star Trek Online had the Voyager stuff. Like yes, and realize oh yes, this is essentially just like oh okay, how did the reaction of everyone that Janeway pissed off reacting to the
Mm.
Federation showing up again? Because this is about every mission in Star Trek Online in the Delta Quadrant was like, yeah, we remember Voyager and what they did.
Yeah. Prime Directive, right?
Yep.
Doesn't
But there,
interfere in all species as much as possible. It's Prime Directive, right?
or in some case, not interfering. There was this one thing. I was like the episode. I'm not sure episode. And it's like I love this little choice here. It's like, oh, there's an asteroid heading to a planet. It's not really an asteroid. It's a ship. Hail them.
Mm-hmm.
Like we got our technology. If we get into combat, your ship is going to get wrecked. But if you walk away and don't interfere, we'll give you some torpedoes. Okay, peace. Sorry, victims on
Sure.
this planet. Sorry, victims on this planet. We are like, yeah, that's a fair trade.
Yeah, it was a strange. Some of the choices were strange. They could have definitely focused on doing what they said they were going to do a little more. But I still
Yes,
enjoyed the show.
yeah, it's like, hey, maybe get some character development. Maybe focus on again. It's like you have a ship. Yes, it's episodic. It does not mean the ship every single story. Like it'll certainly be apparent that yes, everything revolves around just same dozen people week after week.
Yeah, it's like all the Maquis members that were training to become Starfleet crew
Yeah,
members. What the hell happened to them?
there was that one episode where what the hell was
Tuvok was training them all. I remember that.
yeah because it had a bully named Chell in it, and the only and
Mm-hmm.
Chell and the bully and Chell gets referenced talked about several times, but you never see him again on the show.
Mm-hmm.
But in the Star Trek game
Truman Show.
in on the Star Trek video game Elite Force, he's a member of the Hazard team. He actually has a prominent role.
That's cool.
No, if Voyager was actually took some of the chances that finally, yes, this is dangerous. They're by themselves, limited resources. They have to make tough decisions.
Coffee.
Yes, There's coffee in that nebula, Harry.
I gotta go back to listening to the Delta Flyers.
Yeah, they're in Deep Space Nine season 5 now.
Oh shit, they finished Voyager and they moved on to Deep Space Nine?
Yeah,
Oh, that's
like
cool.
yeah, they
I
got
didn't think
like
that they would continue further.
they got Armin Shimmerman and Terry Farrell co-hosting.
Ah,
So they're providing their insights as being on the show.
as well as Harry and or Robert and
Like
Garrett
Neo's.
with them as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
So it provides a unique dynamic. I haven't listened to them in a while. Other things caught my attention.
It's like when the Scrubs podcast, when they got toward the end, they started doing like an Ugly Betty watch.
Yeah, nice
And I
little.
was like, what are you going to do when this ends? I know you guys have a lot of episodes, but what happens at that point? They were like,
Yeah,
we don't know. Let's watch Ugly Betty.
yeah, it's like that's the natural extension of it there, especially if you were. 'Cause it's not like where it was like, okay, they may have watched Next Generation or maybe seen episodes of Enterprise because those shows were before Voyager, after Voyager, effectively. But Deep Space Nine was airing and in production concurrently, so it's like, okay, what were they doing on this show that was often considered very much underappreciated and ignored? So I know you. Well, I would certainly argue that the better, had the better episodes. There's- there, there were certainly periods of time where, like, when both shows were airing on the same night with new episodes, so you get a great episode of Deep Space Nine, and
There
then
were some early DS9 episodes that made you wonder if you were ever going to watch it again, though.
I will defend Move Along Home. Ella Moraine, Count to Four, Ella Moraine, you come with us. I will actually defend that. As a matter of fact, I did defend that episode when I did when I did a rewatch of it from my little ongoing YouTube series. And Tim plug for anybody who's a Deep Space Nine fan who watches uh this the watches the YouTube VODs or the Twitch VODs. I am doing a Deep Space Nine rewatch.
Deep Space Cut.
Yeah, go through the whole episode, start to finish, like no cuts. So it's like my, 'cause, no, I'm not using any of the actual footage from the show.
Ah,
I'm treating it as a
you
one
just
man.
talk about it?
Yeah, uh, because it's been so long. Granted, I'm very familiar with the show, and I remember a lot of views and stuff regarding it to have a strong idea of like a lot of the production history.
Hmm.
But so in many ways, I will say I was partially doing it to defend the DS9 against those folks saying it's like, oh, it's not like TNG. Like it doesn't have like the moral center. It's not episodic enough. Oh yeah.
Yeah, well, TNG, I don't think it, what's the word, aged well, I guess, personally. I can't get through that series again. I tried watching it like 7 or 8 years ago, and I didn't get very far.
No, it doesn't. Like people look at the next generation episodes. Oh yeah, Measure of the Man, Best of Both Worlds. Oh yeah, really? How many things had a consequence on that? Again, that was also my big criticism of Voyager too. Where's the stakes? That's just like,
They're in the freezer.
but that is often the one thing I have to say is why I like Stargate SG-1 as a show. Yes, that show is very much the definition of episodic, but they had the stakes was reason to watch. Like,
Mm-hmm.
because there was an ongoing so even if you missed an episode, there was enough there. There's always the briefing. They always let you know of what the situation is. They always gave the viewers the updates on the situation in case they missed an episode, which makes some things a little bit redundant if you're a binge watch. But I can appreciate the fact that that care was there.
Mm-hmm. I never really watched the show. I saw the movie.
If you like, if you ever want a show that's kind of like just a good time of like series of adventures and stuff. Of like and one like an appreciation of just how many fucking trees are in British Columbia.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
It's a foresty area.
I think there was a joke said by one of the actors. Is, yes, the universe is nothing but Vancouver, or the outer
The
area.
movie universe sure is, or at least for TVs, as we discussed a week or two ago.
Yeah,
That's where they go to film TV shows.
tax breaks, baby.
Baby! Long distance achievement. Uh-huh.
Geronimo,
Oh,
more or less.
you fall far.
Like, oof, hate it.
Unbelievable.
Even though I was up here, some stuff. Hate that. Okay, what?
Let's see what I'm missing.
I thought I was pretty
Alright.
thorough, but not as
Jump!
thorough as not as thorough as I thought I was.
Well, Henry David has his moments. Most of them have nothing to do with what we talk about.
Oh, many things get talked about here. If it's sensible.
And we try and steer away from that.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, what, you want me to talk about the State of the Union? Okay, here's the State of the
That.
Union. Here's the State of the Union, folks. America is fucked. We're absolutely, positively fucked.
It's a confusing place.
Anyway. But there was I did find it funny. It's like people got mad. It's like, oh yes, Cuba's Coast Guard is like dealt with like a boat from Florida in a rather severe manner.
Oh,
Right wing conservative says like, what? Why did Cuba do that? It's like it was an American boat. Yeah, well, it
you
it
guys
is.
have any idea of the history between the U.S. and Cuba?
Oh no! More importantly, have you seen what America has done to like in recent months? It's like to boats not even in their waters. Venezuela make it ring a bell?
Mhm. Oh,
They happen.
graphically it was over me for a second there. I was unusually in demand yesterday.
Oh, what happened?
I was playing Division 2 to get some end of season stuff,
Yeah.
and my buddy Andrew was like, "Want to play Division 2?" So I was playing that with him for a couple of hours, and Derek was like, "Want to play Phasmophobia?" Okay. And then about 10 minutes after I said okay to him, a couple of people from Abe's stream were like, "Want to play Phasmophobia?" And I'm like, um, I don't know. So basically, I gamed from like 6 till 1 in the morning.
Productive evening.
Not really, honestly. I was like, holy crap, what's going on here?
Oh, oh, at least in terms of how can I put it? At least in regards to division and phasmophobia, they wanted somebody competent who will focus on the task at hand.
Yeah. So then they agreed to play with Derek and I. I will say, playing with Sassy was fun. She had a good sense of humor and wanted to progress, but wanted to play it safe.
Ah, my approach.
Yes, I actually said exactly that. Ah, she's taking the Fred approach.
Yes.
And then Harley came in, and she's like Prestige 4. Like, we are not Prestige 4. Wait, stop knocking me off the boat.
And I walked away.
She had the gameplay, and we did not.
The where
Tried to get as much as I could from down there. And it was cool having
huh.
Harley in because we could do things we couldn't otherwise do, but at the same time, it was like taking it seriously. I'm not going to take it that seriously.
Ah, boy, I keep
The hell am I
missing
missing?
the spray. Nothing. That's clean.
Gondola! Ah, I see.
I see. Uh-huh.
Well, let's buy some physics here.
Engine crawling.
Where the heck? What the heck? Whatever you want to. Various hecks. Right.
Bringing the ladder over.
Yay!
Job
Oh, that was
complete.
quick. It still says there's something to do on my screen.
It always does. And potentially for thumbnail purposes, I've added that section there for all the basically the YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
There's also the technically it's also not necessarily the YouTube thumbnail. Start screen. Opening image. Got to a squeak, bubbles, useless. Up is the submit achievements with this.
Which one is it?
Cement mixer. Looks like no. So there's another clean vehicle.
Oh, yeah, this one.
If some of the DLC ones for the first game ended up being kind of gnarly in terms of like how big some of them were. Clean a clock tower inside and out. Clean a train. Has all sorts of little gadgets and little hidden crevices.
Abe is doing a watch along on Discord of a TV show that I watched for quite a while and stopped defending after a certain point.
Peaky Blind.
Supernatural.
Oh,
Oh, no, I will never stop defending.
so
Great.
oh, wait a second. There's a Peaky Blinders movie apparently.
March 6th.
Uh,
The Immortal Man.
oh,
Like when your sister's like, you don't need to worry about all these politicians killing you, you're gonna hang yourself. It's like, yeah, pretty well. At this point in the series, we all know where this leads. There's only one person who can kill Tommy, and it's Tommy.
what did Tommy do? He know what he did.
He's too smart for his own good. Plot twists are great, because at least once a season you're like, oh, this guy's completely fucked, he's gonna lose for sure. And then he's smart. I think that's why in season 5, when he actually does lose, you're like, wait, what?
What happened?
Such a stark contrast from the other seasons.
And sometimes the heroes, no, it says narrative purposes, the hero sometimes needs a step back.
Yeah.
Oh,
Ended up being leading to a great 6th season. So. Tommy delves a bit too much into the drugs and alcohol in season 5, and in season 6 we see him completely sober again, and he like shoots a bird out of the air as these guys are like trying to attack him. It's like, oh shit, he's back.
Oh, he's a bit overpowered.
Mm-hmm.
Get the spray down. Let's see. Yeah. I'm going to have my concerns regarding the ABS system being used. Like, how many challenges are these players going to have per game?
2, it would seem.
Any more than that is like,
You're defeating the idea of speeding the game up.
this is that. It's just like, my big concern is going to end up being like, okay, baseball, oh, always got to be concerned about sports gambling and stuff like that. Yeah. How do we know as viewers that the system's going to be on the up and up?
It's hard to say. Anything can be messed with. Getting you use soap all the time.
Yeah, well, for me, kind of have to get some of this stuff off. I don't have the power sprays.
Why not?
What do you mean
Please,
why?
man.
Look, it's not my fault. It's like this. They did this game with like no progress carryover, other than the cats, the glory. Whoa!
What?
Game just crashed on me.
Oh, yep. I'm gone. That's a nice change.
That's funny. Considering it happened to you.
Sorry?
Oh, it happened to you like what stuff ago?
Mm-hmm.
Panda! Panda, 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 panda!
Wash
Panda!
harder. Thank you, Panda. Hope you're doing well.
Welcome to Live Free, Wash Hard.
Go for it. I don't. I just took a drink. Panda coming in. Redeem hydrate. Oh, let's get back. Jump back into it and see what progress. Are we
Oh,
trapped in the
Derek's
snow?
watching us. Hey, Derek.
Hi, Derek. As far as the snow goes, shoveled a lot on Monday, so got myself dug out. Then was bedridden yesterday. So recovering from that. Iceman, the party.
Whoop, maybe.
Maybe it shows you here.
There we go.
Yes. Yes, a friend has joined. Opposed to the Division 2.
No one ever plays that game. Good lord.
Yeah, I explained that to a buddy of mine. It's like, wow, yeah, that is kind of odd phrasing. Yeah, like, right?
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah.
that's not the part about the black tusk though, but still.
hmm Oh, the whole combination of it's like, does anyone actually say this out loud before they put it in the game? Or kind of wondering.
Apparently, well, Ubisoft, they are a French company. They give
That
no
does explain a
fucks.
lot.
Yes, it does explain a lot. Yes. The good thing is, today the weather wasn't open. They got it up into the low 40s, so a lot of that snow melted. Low 40s, I guess, would be somewhere like about 2 or 3 above zero for you. Take.
Yeah, it was about the same here, but it snowed 3 or 4 times and hailed at one point.
Like, no, we don't want no more snow.
Yeah, it snowed while I was shoveling. I was like, hey, you snowed already. You can't snow again.
Yes,
You've had your quota for the day.
like
And when I
bad
came in, it
for.
started hailing. It's like,
It's
fuck
like,
off.
it's like you will. It's like, oh yes, you want to tell the weather what to do? We're here.
Yeah, my reason for doing this? Canada. That's why.
Canada, fuck yeah. Proper
I do what
bacon
I
and maple
want.
syrup, yeah.
I don't suppose you've ever seen our Canadian 12 Days of Christmas.
Oh,
Oh, you've never seen that?
I
That's
see.
beautiful.
I seen the 12 gifts of Christmas. A true love gave to me a Japanese transistor radio.
Huh.
I was like,
No, this was done on SCTV way back in the day.
yeah, and what I would just reference was the old Alan Sherman song from like that precedes that by probably about a good
Hmm.
10, 15 years.
Well, it starts with Bob and Doug McKenzie, which is Rick Moranis
Yeah,
and
I know the Dave Thomas. I know exactly who the
Dave.
McKenzie brothers are.
Yeah. On the first day of Christmas, my true love gave to me a beer. Oh,
Oh
that's good,
yes,
eh? Yeah.
yeah. Okay, that I have seen or
And a
heard.
beer in a tree. Oh, that's a good one, eh? Golden tubes.
Strange Brew, such a fun little movie too. Properly
You're
silly.
flying.
I was jumping.
The water always glitches on mine.
It's the McKenzie brothers. Canada's greatest heroes. Seriously, it was like how popular they became. It's like in terms of like a pop culture phenomenon. Like Rick Moranis and Dave Thomas appeared on David Letterman when he hosted uh, the late night show on BC here in the States as both themselves and the characters.
Well, you have to.
Oh, that's not exactly common to do. So it's like, oh,
You gotta have fun with it. And the SCTV wasn't gonna get a lot of eyes down south otherwise.
yeah, but it also shows like the reach of SCTV too, as well. It's like, okay, it's like it was airing late nights on after Saturday Night Live, and it's like, oh,
They
there's
lived the
some
gimmick.
There's something to these. There's something to this Canadian humor.
Yeah. Well, like watching Letterkenny or Shoresy. It's a good it's a good glimpse into our type of humor.
Uh, of course, they somehow got Geddy Lee to be on their album.
Betty Lee is the most Canadian who ever Canadian.
And a hell of a bass player too.
Sort of Tom Sawyer. Closer to the heart.
Yes, if you can understand Geddy Lee lyrics, you can understand anything.
Yeah. One of those cult heroes in Canada, I guess, bands.
And Rush has a special place for a lot of folks. It's like, yes, they make these grand musical pieces that most people cannot even understand. And not just
Came out
because,
during an operatic time.
and not, and not just because of Geddy Lee's rather unique vocal. Like, the lyrics sometimes make no damn sense.
Since when did they have to make sense?
What can I say? I am someone who kind of like grew up with a lot of like Motown and
Well, I enjoy Motown. I also enjoy like alternative folk. You'll see a lot of like Don McLean and James Taylor thrown in there as well.
yeah. I like to break Spotify with who's like, yes. How the hell do we put a musical playlist together for this guy every day? His taste is too damn eclectic.
My favorite artist, who I have seen live 4 times now, I think 5. I've lost track. It's been a lot. I think 5. Dallas Green. He is
Ma-
the band City and Color.
Manager?
Manager named Dallas Green.
Yeah. Was a baseball manager by that name.
Oh,
Plays
didn't know
Mets.
that.
Like also the
No,
Cubs.
he's like 2 or 3 years older than I am, so probably more at your age. He was in a scream metal band, and then started doing folk alternative.
That reminds me of this
Basically,
one.
he calls it his journal.
That reminds me of this weird bit of time where like there was this Van Halen cover band, country, like doing like country rendition
Yeah,
of the
that's right.
Van Halen songs, and then like David Lee Roth joined in to
I
do
probably did.
vocals for Jump. And it's like, yeah, everybody says like, oh, he looks so happy just doing it. Like,
Oh, good for him at least.
oh, Sammy Hagar. Look, I like Sammy Hagar to an extent, but he did not have the vocal range for all of the David
No,
Lee Roth era stuff.
no, he did not.
That poor guy that they brought in after Hagar. Get his name. I'm sure there's going to be some Van Halen fans out there who would know who it is. like one album, and it was so bad. It's like, yeah, he got fired right on the spot, apparently.
Oh, that's pretty quick at least. Got after it.
And I appreciate this game, but the scope is fairly useful.
Oh, I can get on the car. There
I am on the car, the back of it.
we go. My guy was just jumping up and down. It's like, just get up there, goddammit.
And that's all I need is a white platform where that blends in with the soap. Thank you. Thank you, game.
Are you conversing about how colors can be challenging to me?
Yes.
I think I'm going to win that argument.
Let me think about this. Yes, I am.
You can't win this one. This is my area. You can't have it.
No, but I can relate to it at times, depending on the circumstances.
Yes. This game does have some challenges. Not quite as bad as Savage Planet was at times.
Yes, the original one is Savage Planet 2. You were bopping around that pretty easily.
Did a little better with it. But one, yeah, it was like, I can't find anything.
And not to mention that, like, once you were in the general area, the map was kind of a lot more user friendly to find things, as opposed to
Yes.
first one where also not as much bullshit platform jumping in second one.
No, it wasn't bad.
Remember the first, well, because at the very least you could figure out like how to get to where you needed to go. Once you figured it out, it was easy to make the ascent. The first one, I remember it had this one section that like to grab something, but you had like it was really like fixed jumping points, and everything had to be like picture perfect.
A lot more slides. Hey, I hate this roof. I can't see if I missed.
That's what I was saying.
The hell am I missing? I don't see what I'm missing. Oh, it must be on the back. Yep. Okay.
Right, that should make some of the, yes, that worked. Expose the underside.
Ooh. Bread after hours.
be in the 40s most of this week, rest of this week. So like nice, comfortable
Me
weather.
too. I will be in the 40s this week. Oh wait, I'm already in the 40s. I'll just be further in the 40s this week.
I think they're saying like another slight temperature drop off, but at least we'll
Yeah,
be
it's
entering
5 degrees colder.
the month of March. I mean March. Stupid March weather. Yes, folks, that is an obscure Simpsons reference.
I haven't watched The Simpsons in so many years. They're all obscure to me at this point.
No, not all of them.
Near all.
You know, just a Eat upsies. We were too damn short for it.
Almost there.
That's that. From support, we're in inlet hopper dispenser mount. Right, where's the inlet hopper?
A drum ring support.
It's time. Where is it? It's
Oh. That was a really obvious spot. I was up there too. I think I would have gotten it.
eh,
Good lord.
I'm not sure if rotating it helped, but
Uh, probably.
the truck got cleaned. To home base. Oh, back on this farm. Farm is next.
The farm.
Looks like it's a barn
Alright.
in a silo.
Remember, some of the achievements were pretty far between each other, so might be an achievement-free night. Yeah, I don't think there's one for this one.
I just checked, nothing that I could see. wood.
I get the feeling this will be our finale tonight.
It looks like this looks like yeah, it looks like a big one.
Yeah.
All right, back to Voyager. Picking up somewhere what will be the equivalent of season 4. 9 is on the crew. A replacement is named 9 of 9.
Fair.
So if something happens to 7, we will have a Borg crew member. Which, like, the game gives back. That's the weirdest thing about it. One would think, oh, I can assign someone to be in those roles, like from the roster. Thank you for the red alert, Striker. Like, I want Tuvix to be the tactical officer, damn it. Tuvix on the bridge. Like, no. Can't have him on the bridge.
You're not going to separate them?
Oh, I didn't.
Or Tuvok.
Oh, no.
You'll be able to experience his Ponfar issues. I mean, weird if they put that in.
I don't know. For Striker is going to be in the 80s this weekend.
Ah, cold up there, eh?
That seems kind of chilly for you, Striker.
You gonna be okay? You want us to get you some hot tea?
Might need
Maybe a blanket or two?
Might need to break out the winter coat, bud. Get your toque
Yeah.
on. The proper toque.
Yeah, one, not just a hipster toque.
Proper one. It has to have the little palm on top.
It has to actually have insulation in it. Every time I see one of those hipster toques, I just want to be like, where'd you get your floppy hat?
Valid. Ooh. A Striker ads with a Patriots logo on it.
Mine has AJ's logo on it.
Kind of wonder if he's being silly because you're a
Oh,
Buffalo fan.
why? They fucking lost too. Guy down the street still had his flag up for a few days. I was like, what are you waving it for, man? Team's lost.
Just being,
Moved
I was right, Striker. Just being silly with the Bills.
My neighbor was trying to get to buy me a buffalo flag. I was like, I would never wave it, Dave. What the hell am I going to attach it to? I'm not putting up a flagpole. Not for a friggin' Bills flag. Nobody needs to know my suffering. That's private.
But I think the logic would be communal suffering. It's the Canadian way.
No, we pretty much just live by the old walk it off, suck it up adage. And
Oh.
boo-hoo, it's cold. Who gives a shit?
Hey, I give a shit considering when I'm used to certain temperatures.
Mm-hmm. That's the Canadian way.
Hey, you would look at winter down here, it's like, oh, this is nothing.
we complain about it, but then if we hear someone else complain about it, it's like, ah, you wuss. It's t-shirt weather.
Yes. What do you call it? It'll be, how can I put it there? Yes. We had a blizzard hit on Sunday. Oh, well, you can. Oh, some bit of effort. You can have it all cleared out on Monday.
If you don't find things to do in Canada during blizzard season, if you're waiting for it to finish, you're going to be inside a long time.
Oh, that's almost like anywhere. As I said, like when COVID hit us, what Striker asked, what would you get at Tim Horton?
Nothing. I hate Tim Hortons. I don't drink coffee and I don't like donuts. What would I get there? Probably a blueberry muffin.
There you go. There you go. Go to this
And
place
that's it.
that I don't
I
drink
also don't
coffee.
drink hot chocolate because it's too sweet. Like a black tea, maybe? What about you, Fred? What would you get if you
Some of this like a Dunkin' Donuts, probably a sampling of donuts.
could go? Yeah,
Striker
they
get
brought
you.
home 50 mini donuts today, and I was like, I don't even like regular donuts. What the fuck are you doing?
And that Striker's like, I'll get you a donut on a very hot day.
Mm.
Oh, me, I do like a donut on occasion.
Not a sweets guy.
I clean the barn. Eh. That's and we're gonna be interesting to see how the Phillies roster shapes out this year.
Yeah.
Like we have a rotation consisting of a handful of guys that could potentially start. Any of them get hurt, we're boned. We have an aging offense that, yes, got younger, or at least better defensively in the outfield. Castellanos wasn't exactly an adventure out there. But it's looking like Romuto is going to be batting like eighth, seventh. There's already a running gag locally. It's like, okay, the best overpaid catcher in baseball.
Yeah, it's a weird way.
It's kind of a weird circumstance there. Like, yeah, we were trying to get Bo Bichette. For some reason, he decided to become a Met. I didn't know he bounced a baseball bounced off his head like his father.
And your defense will be interesting again, but it would have been funny.
He would have been playing Probably second base. Natural position.
Yeah, that would have made way more sense than what they're currently trying to get him to do.
What are the Mets trying
So
to
I
do
look
again?
forward to the hilarity.
Have him what? Play
But his,
first? Oh yeah.
his arm was too weak to do short. So the plan is to get him further away from the bag.
Oh yeah, Messi is the proverbial hot corner. So how many fielding errors? Not this throw. You don't have to learn the charges in. It's like people. Like granted, most teams don't do small ball.
Mm.
Was
They should
like,
with Bo out there.
hey, get them, get them over, get them in.
Mr.
Uh,
Bichette already has a highlight pack of him fucking up grounders at Mets camp.
He's gonna probably learn to hate the New York media really quick. Because the New York Times typically covers the Yankees. New York Post typically covers the Mets.
Mm-hmm.
It's the Post that have one of those famous covers from like the 2000 World Series between the Mets and Yankees when Clemens got bat at Piazza.
Mm-hmm. That wasn't Roid Rage, was it?
Oh, not when he shucked it. What happened
But
afterwards?
why?
No, he was getting it out the field of play. It just happened to be that he tossed it in the direction of that which Piazza was running in along the first
I've
base
never
line.
seen a batter or a pitcher pick up a broken bat and throw it.
Oh, Wiser was a rare breed. And whoever said one of the more disturbing sights in baseball was will he come out of retirement? Will he rejoin the team? He's in the press box. Roger Clemens is in the press. That whole fiasco with the Yankees.
Oh, Roger.
But it led to him doing several when his son was playing for the Phillies. Became like a fixture at spring training for the Phillies.
Mm.
Like
Fair.
normally it's like okay, team alumni that do that. Yeah, well, we can cover that for side window. Really?
On the side. Mm. This one is definitely going to take a lot longer.
Yeah, because it's not just the main building.
Mhm.
Silo too. Do, 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 do.
How you holding up?
I'm hanging in there.
You don't have to
Like,
finish this one if you want to get some sleep.
yeah, I basically slept all day yesterday and a good portion today. So, but it says like, kind of tired of being in bed, if you know what I mean. Like,
Hmm. Too much sex, got it.
uh, it's like when I sleep too much or too long or whatnot. Like, uh, this is like all my sleeping habits with my shoulder. Always been my right arm, and
Hmm.
yeah, that's kind of like the problem of my, a lot of my shoulder issues, like an arm pain. Well, how do you sleep? Sleep where I'm using my arm and prop my head up, even on top of like four pillows.
Yeah, I always sleep with one arm under. I'm missing on this damn door. Oh, there we go. What?
Or were you missing things and
Circuit would
stuff?
appear. 20%.
No wonder this. No wonder they're saying this wall is half done and extends all the way over.
Mm-hmm.
That's not right.
Well, it could be any direction, honestly.
It's kind of funny that Robert Duncan does like some voice reading stuff. Tom Paris's logs across that Voyager game.
Mm-hmm.
Tim Russ does as well, so that's again unfortunate circumstances. Of you know what? Let's make the decisions that Janeway didn't do. Well, that led to some mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
Although at the same time, I'm looking on like the characters that I missed out on. Otherwise, missed out on having a Hirogen cruiser. Missed out on having a Romulan cruiser.
Mm-hmm.
Missed out on a Vidian crew member. Would have been interesting. Because it would have been the
That'd be very
holographic.
interesting.
Yeah, it would have been like one of the first ones, apparently.
Oh, yeah.
Because they debuted in an episode where they stole Neelix's lungs,
Mm-hmm.
aka the
He wasn't
episode,
using them.
yeah, aka the episode where he is told to stay with the group, but he says, "No, I'm an expert." He goes off on his own and gets his lungs stolen like 3 seconds later.
Basically, he got told to shut the.
No, that was what Q did when he removed his mouth vocal cords.
Kindly of him.
Ethan Phillips is a very talented actor. However, he was given some of the worst fucking material imaginable for a character that they anticipated to be the breakout character.
I didn't mind Neelix. I didn't love him, but there was something endearing about him. He was never malicious in any way.
Now, there was kind of funny one episode late season of Voyagers is like Chakotay hides a bottle of wine in a cargo in 709's cargo bay
Mm-hmm.
because he knows if Neelix finds it, it's going to be like disposed of or used inappropriately. Like,
For food.
yes, and if you know anything about Neelix's cooking,
It's well loved.
yeah, well loved.
Mm-hmm. Who never complained about it again because they all died. Uh,
But at the same time, it's like, oh, okay, well, I have Tuvix, who has Neelix's cooking, to even out with Tuvok's, sense of taste.
mm-hmm.
It was like, okay, might work out in terms of like the chef. If I can't have Tuvix on the bridge as the official tactical officer, I can at the least, use his skills in the mess hall.
This lamp is taking a long time to clean. Got lots of nooks and crannies.
Same thing with this sidewall.
How come I'm missing on this one? There we go. Starting to piss me off.
Okay, what am I missing on this sidewall?
Jump.
I
Just
jump.
likely where the trim is, where the barn door opens.
Yeah, like I got above the frame.
Let me head.
Where is it?
You got some on
Okay,
the bottom there.
okay, take care of that.
Uh,
Right, so that's gonna like take care of the bottom side.
yeah. You get the scene.
think I could probably get on top of too.
Well, there's an undersea moon. I'm just getting it now. There you go.
Spray it down. All these leaves are melted in. Need to power wash them out of the gutter. The gutter.
That's
Oh,
sensible that U.S. people would have a song about a gutter.
oh, there was a song about the ghetto.
We got Trump. Oh, in the ghetto.
Yes. The ghetto. Another thing that random bit of Jackie's wasn't me. It was hilarious.
She
I
put
just
me on the counter.
wasn't me.
Put me to sit on the sofa.
It wasn't me.
I even out in the shower.
It wasn't me.
Even got me on camera.
It wasn't me.
In a
Uh,
minute, she got me red-handed, banging with the girl next door. Don't say she just leave her alone. Thank you. Love in the bathroom. Jackie hit it. Ah, what the fuck is he even saying? I love
no
you,
one knew.
Shaggy, but I have no idea what you're saying.
No one knew, but it was a hit song. It totally screams the year 2000.
Near 2000.
Year 2000. What a silly sketch that was.
I enjoyed it. They just say ridiculous shit that actually happened.
Although I kind of wondered
There's
though, it's
enough of
like,
that going around.
that makes you wonder, like, how many of those predictions actually came true? Granted, not in the year 2000, obviously. However, and The Simpsons done a good job of predicting the future.
Mm-hmm. For better or worse.
Although the logic is, you do enough shows, and like sooner or later, you are going to hit the nail on the head of certain things actually becoming factual.
Quite fair. It is a bit eerie, though.
Yeah, it recently had an episode that was actually set in Philadelphia, and
Huh.
one of the neat things that they did with that is like one of the uh, one of the writers or producers or whatnot was friends with a local like columnist. Like they were going to have asked if they were going to do a write up about the episode. Dude died like a week before the journalist had like a week before it aired, and so they put
Mm.
him in the episode like last minute.
Oh, that's nice.
They won't one once
I
about
mean,
the
they didn't have to
Simpsons.
do that, so that's cool.
They won't one about the Simpsons writing staff, or their production. It's like it does take time to
Yeah, you don't last that long without some effort taken.
yeah, and also to do something last minute on an episode that was one. Yeah, like people talk about, South Park is famous for like doing things last minute, or at least were for a long time because they always wanted to try and stay current when they were doing new episodes.
Mm. I think I've maybe seen 10 episodes of South Park.
All right, for a lot of folks.
Mm.
But the problem with that is sometimes it leaves a show vulnerable to unexpected results, such as 2016 when America fucked up the first time in the 21st century.
Only
Arguably,
one time? That's pretty impressive.
or at least on a scale that fucked over the rest of the world. And I said the 21st century, I had to like put a qualm on that. Da, 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 da. I would, but it is funny. One of the things that I was talking about at the beginning of the stream was okay, Marvel, they've really worked out something to get like a bunch of their old games put together in a new collection.
Mm-hmm.
This is announced right as the Jurassic Park collection is being delisted.
I don't think it did very well.
Oh, one thing that relates to the Jurassic Park games, some of the better games were like in the arcade. Well, at least one was the best one in the arcade. It was a rail. Like you were literally sitting like in a jeep type on a jeep type seat for two players. You were like blasting dinosaurs as a jeep,
Reasonable.
kind of like a House of the Dead type or virtual cop type deal. Like okay, so it's like the good games wasn't on there because you had those 8-bit, 16-bit games. Hey, oh, not to mention the Telltale Jurassic Park game, which did have console release. Like if you're gonna release a Jurassic Park games collection, I could
Ooh.
argue that some of the more memorable things or the best things.
Well, I guess it's getting the agreements and rights in place. Telltale's a bit messy.
Yeah, because Telltale was like half of them went off to do from their own company. Actually, it's like it's three different companies now. You have Telltale was like the relaunch that can't seem to get like Wolf Among Us 2 made. Every time you turn around, it says, "Oh, it's being delayed again." Hey, what have you? They did the Expanse series, which was visually impressive. Storytelling was
How
interesting.
about narratively?
Yeah, it was interesting, but it was like empty. Like, oh yes, give you these big areas to roam around and explore, but there ain't nothing fucking in it. Like,
So Mass Effect 1.
oh, worse.
Hmm.
There's a reason why I call the Expanse a glorified tech demo. So yes, this is what we can do visually with the and storytelling and everything. Yeah, okay. What about the other aspect of it? Because Star Trek Resurgence was done by the people who left Telltale, like formed their own deal. Was it visually stunning? No. Was the gameplay a bit clunky? Yes, but it all held together and it was actually presented as like a proper game.
Oh, fuck. I think I started that game, but I didn't get very far into it.
But the Expanse,
No, I don't even know what the Expanse is, honestly.
oh, the Star Trek Resurgence.
Yeah.
Like it certainly had replay value because there was like a few different ways to play things out. Not sure how well it did, but
No.
but it certainly left the door open for like a follow up or continuation. Not to mention, it was like the first time you had like a new person like beyond Leonard Nimoy playing authentic Spock.
Oh,
Oh
Zachary Quinto?
no, that's JJ Spock.
So fast.
Uh, authentic, authentic
No.
Spock. Look, he did a fine job. It's just like again shit writing and
Sound like the bucket and Stanley Parable. No.
oh, it's just like I still say like the voice that they were doing for the Buckets is why did it sound like Kate Mulgrew? I would like to.
No.
I, I would like that. Like have expecting that bucket to start asking for coffee. It's like what the hell?
Yeah. Well, it was still a fun game, despite the Kate Mulgrew voice.
Yeah, it's because I had to get the achievement for the. I got like three achievements there. And one is just like, oh, and whenever I play it again, I always have to make sure it has to be on a Tuesday. That time can accumulate.
Oh, yes. I keep forgetting to turn that on and just let it run while I'm doing other things. Oop, that's not correct.
Yeah, then the one for leaving it off for 10 years is like
I think you have to go into your system
th- that's
and
uh,
change things.
that's the technical way of doing it. That's also on the PC side as well. Yeah, just change your settings. Like,
Yeah, it's not as easy to do on the Xbox.
and so it was like, yeah, that one's
Good.
kind of like a bullshit achievement.
Well, presuming I'm still alive in 10 years.
Yeah, it's like you are assuming very much with that achievement, game developer.
Gotta have hobbies, I suppose. Cat! Oh, fuck off. You reversed it? Come on now.
Oh, who got reversed?
I was trying to put down the scissor lift, and
Oh,
when I hit the button, it flipped it the other way. And it's like, really? Making progress.
nearly halfway there.
New Jersey's Bon Jovi would be
Johnny worked on the docks.
Damn
And
Union, man.
Jenny worked at the diner all day.
Looking for the man.
Big wheel keeps on turning. Somehow we ended up on Tina Turner, but still. Rolling,
Dreams of running away.
roll, rolling on
Rise
the
from
river.
that time. Baby, it's okay. Someday.
All right. All right, game. Let's get this big window clean. Damn, you're asking a lot for me to hit the angle here on this damn window.
Gotta go big. I'll work on the roof. It's easier.
I am on the roof.
Oh, never mind that.
Okay, got it. That done. He is glowing, but where?
Going much slower than the other side.
Okay, it's picture here. Oh, okay. There we go. Look, if this was the first power wash simulator, they would say clean the on the farm,
Mm,
clean the silo without using the scissor lift or the scaffold. Like, no.
indeed. And they did.
And if, like, yeah, it's possible. Barely.
Is it enjoyable? No. But I countered that particular achievement with a gigantic fuck you to that carousel.
Yes. Mash the button and
Fred, Fred, what's this? What's this? Fuck you, carousel.
oh boy. Of course, upcoming streams obviously Voyager tomorrow. Saturday, Sonic Racing Crossroad return to the Tangle and Whisper event, which I believe will be the first time two characters from the comic book side of Sonic the Hedgehog actually appeared in any of the franchise's video games. Is considering that Sonic the Hedgehog character has been around since 1991. Comics been around since
Fairly new.
1993, and they had obviously a lot of unique characters, but there were none of them, none of the characters who have appeared in the comics ever appeared in video games.
Hmm. Alright, another side bites the dust.
Do 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 do.
So the whole lower side of the barn is done.
Yeah, I'm being rather meticulous here because the narrow white spray is actually the most effective thing I have.
Mm. Adaptive spray is usually pretty solid. Problem is this has a lot of ridges. It took a while to do the roof.
Yeah, so that's why I'm like, okay, go back and forth there when you just like, okay, wide open area. But you don't have the force that can be used with as much consistency, especially areas that'd be a little bit more prime heavy that we will end up revolving a few passes.
Well, that's what I'm here
Like you're moonwalking.
for. I walk the way I want, not the way I have to.
Oh, and you're floating too.
Of course I am. Half the time you're spraying from behind your back when I look around.
Yeah, I got the little that little roof thing.
Yeah.
Wait, does the Fame Force accept here in terms of being able to push?
Sure. I don't
Oh, remember the first one is like, yeah, you can. Team is so strong. You push him
know.
onto
Well, it
you.
doesn't seem to push very hard this time around. It's like they patched it out.
Damn it, game was so fun and silly.
It was indeed. I
Yeah,
kept a few things. You were like, "Oh, I'm too far away now." Are you though?
we've reached the halfway point of the roof.
Wow. This might be when we finish next week. Just because I want you to get some rest.
Yes, I can do silly voices with Voyager tomorrow.
You have a voice.
Well, and then I kind of wonder if they're gonna do like the whole Captain Proton thing.
You want them to?
I will. It would be hilarious because the holodeck in the game did malfunction once. So holodeck glitches can happen. Crew members can get trapped in it.
Huh. Some of them would like to get trapped.
Yeah, but then they let Barkley out.
I like Barkley. Poor guy. He's just suffering from anxiety.
And the most normal crew member on all of Star Trek, and they made him like a complete wreck.
Yeah.
Hey, you thinking, how the hell did Barkley reach the rank of lieutenant exactly? Whoops, I fell off the roof. I did reach the point in my DS9 watch through where I was the Maquis is, well, part one of that of two. And I was like, oh yeah, it's Bernie Casey guest stars in. If most people will of a certain age will recognize him from a lot of those black exploitation films of the 70s, 80s.
Well, it won't be me then. Well, I fell off the roof.
Yeah, every time I every time I back up here, I'm flying.
Yeah. The game moves you at its pace, not yours.
Wonder if it's because I am using the
The high
that
pressure nozzle?
no, yeah, it's the spray is on and it's like pushes you from going down.
Could be.
Nope, this is like you jump backwards, but moving backwards, heading downhill. Because Blade would say some sucker's always trying to ski uphill. I have not seen Wolverine versus Deadpool, but come on, I think that line was
It's not
everywhere.
great.
Was not great.
No, I was disappointed because I was excited for it. I was like, this is gonna be fun, and then and it was just fine.
No, yeah, it brought everything into canon. It's like, as I see Wesley Snipers Blade one more time. Channing Tatum finally got to be Gambit. The most ridiculous, over the top Cajun accent possible, but still.
I mean, that was pretty good.
The,
It was
the,
just basically Deadpool going, "What the fuck is he even saying?" the whole time.
the fact was that Chris Evans returned to being Johnny Storm, and it's like the big fake out that is Captain America. It was like, nope.
Yeah, that was funny.
Was it also
There's a
what?
great.
Carmen Electra
They
as
get him
Edmund?
killed. Oh, how much do you want me to spoil here?
Look, at this point, look, it's, say what? 3-year-old movie? Yeah, chances are I probably will not get a chance. Because, okay, get me to sit down and watch a movie is fairly
I watched it
difficult.
like a month ago. Same. I can't sit through movies very easily.
And, like, I'm familiar with enough of, like, the big cameos and plots. And,
So they get him killed basically because he Deadpool says that he says all this shit about her, so she like pops him like a balloon. And he's like, "Oh shit!" And he's like, "He said it." And they're like, "We just got him killed." And it's like, "Well, he said it, I swear." And we're all going, "Yeah, okay, Deadpool." And then at the end of the movie,
this
it
movie,
turns
yeah.
out he actually did say it. Like, oh, he did talk all that shit.
Yeah, that would be Johnny Storm in a nutshell, at least the more the more memorable versions of that character. At least in the comics and all that. He's like, yeah, he's a bit of a shit talker.
Whoop.
Okay, clearly this roof is counted as its own thing. So.
It's down where I am. You can go on to the next part and I'll get him.
Clean the vein. There's nothing vain about cleaning the vein. Well, the vein.
Oh, I see. Okay. There we go. Let's say once we get the barn done, we'll finish the silo next week.
Yeah,
'Cause-
legit. Yeah, the silo looks like it's gonna be a pain in the ass. It's like from the ground up. Probably would need both scaffolds back there if there's room for. Yeah, there's room.
yeah, figure it out, eh?
Indeed. Next happen next. Now, if I had an estimation of when that I'll be able to finish the first run of the port, I know by process of elimination and knowing when major events could have happened within the show, I figure we'll take about like a half dozen more playthroughs, assuming I don't do. one circumstance or another. It's clearly not my fault.
Yes.
Yeah, it did. It did work. We work a number of episodes around to make them be a little bit unique and canon breaking. Yes, we're not going to reference the fact that Andy Dick was in an episode. We'll just say the Doctor went onto the
Oh, I
Prometheus
forgot about that.
with two holographic versions of two crew members.
That's unfortunate.
But the solution to get around it, or the fact that Andy Dick was on Voyager.
That one, yes. I forgot he was on there.
And then
As
he
soon as you
actually,
said it, it was like, oh. Lived up to his name, at least.
yes, no reference at all to the EMH Mark II,
Unreal.
which is which is again funny. It's like that was kind of like the whole point of the episode was the Doctor teaming up with another EMH, but yeah, nope.
Yeah, we want to pretend that that didn't happen now. Everyone could just look the other way for 5 minutes.
Anyways, it's like, yeah, well, could be worse. In what way? Anyways, could have been worse.
Many all the ways.
There was this
Could have been a
guy,
double ring.
this actor who was Power Rain series who turned out to be like turned out to be a real scumbag,
Oh,
like
that's nice.
stealing things at conventions and
Oh. And that's one where you'd probably make a good amount of money because of the cult aspect of
of the show.
it.
Yeah. Mentioned,
I watched it when I was a kid, but damn if I can tell you anything about it now.
and it is a show that where like when this, or at least for a time, would use a lot of the alumni actors. Yes, we turn up here.
Still remember that candle that controlled the White Ranger or whatever the hell it
And a green candle that drained the Green Ranger's powers.
Yes, yes, that's right. He was green first. I forgot it.
Yes,
It was the other way around.
yes. Then he
Did he
became the.
recently pass?
Yeah, he took the self way out.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Try to be the say the aesthetic way,
Yeah, I was wondering if that's what it was. I felt like it was that. Well,
which is
just to taking that drug we talked about earlier.
and the guy was always a bit off centered. Like when they did that horrible reboot movie years ago.
Hmm.
Like he had a cameo in it, and it was like he wanted to film the audience reaction to his reaction to him being on the screen. Like okay, because they kept it under wraps, and it's like he was ejected from the theater during the premiere because of it. It's like, sir, you cannot do that. But
I don't actually. I'm not bothered by that. Not like he's gonna post the entire movie. He's posting a reaction to that from when he's in the theater with them.
yeah. And so it was just like theater. Maybe they called him like aiming at the screen first for his big
Mm.
moments.
Oh yeah, probably. You want to get the context in there.
Or he was standing up and blocking the view of the theater. Something or other. But either way, he was like, oh, he made a big stink about it. It's like, dude, could have just like filmed stuff after the fact, like, if anybody realized that you were in it. Like he had much of a career beyond the show. Kept going back to it for whenever they asked. Hey, you want to come back? We got a spot for you. Yeah, it's a free trip to New Zealand for a few days. Sure.
Man, why not? Well, hopefully you enjoyed that at least.
And he probably made it. He basically marketed himself, yes, as the greatest Power Ranger actor of all time, which isn't saying much, but if you go by sheer performance, yeah, I wouldn't really say that in terms of like acting ability. If you're going by just like episode count, yeah,
I I always thought his character was the coolest.
yeah, allegedly,
When I was a kid, I
yeah,
thought
it's like,
the character was cool. I
yeah,
couldn't tell you anything about it now.
yeah, but could have been worse. In the hey, it was a franchise that lasted.
Quite a while.
Now it was
Longer
kind
than
of
Big Bad Beetleborgs.
yeah, that show ran out of footage to adapt. That was a case with a lot of those shows, like VR Troopers, Mask Rider. Like they were basing it off of like a particular series and like adapting it from that. And there was only so much footage that could be utilized.
There was
And
once a Roughnecks TV show based on the Starship Troopers movie. That was fun.
yeah, there's supposed to be a new Starship Troopers game coming too.
Mm-hmm.
There's I always have like that weird view on Starship Troopers. Like people get the joke, right? Like people get that satire, right?
I thought it was a great movie.
Oh, it is a great movie, but there is a certain portion of the audience. Yeah, that's how America should be. Yeah, you do realize Neil Patrick Harris was wearing a damn Gestapo uniform, right?
Yes,
Yes,
I could see
the implications there. Yes, there.
yes,
Yes,
and aren't
the,
they
the
all
phrase.
more realistic right now?
Yeah, and the phrase service rewarded with citizenship. Like, huh? Yeah, that's a bit on the nose. A weird thing, like Gary Busey's son was in it. You could tell it was Gary Busey's son.
Jake.
Like, you even without knowing his name, it's like, boy, dude reminds me of Gary Busey.
And he can't hide it.
No,
There's no question as to his lineage.
yeah, you just hate to say, but yeah, those horse teeth.
I always thought Jake seemed like a decent dude, though. He's had some fun roles over the years.
Kind of like like Eric Roberts, who was like, I think at this point holds the record for most films appeared in.
That's unfortunate.
Oh, but think about it, he doesn't have to do any of it. He had a fairly successful career, not as big as his sisters, but it's like,
It's always creepy.
it doesn't help that he has that. It is like that presence
Watching
about
him
him.
in Suits, and he was like an investor, and Mike was trying to convince him to do stuff on Suits, and I'm like, Mike, don't take any money from him. Stop listening to him. Can't you see that Derek Roberts right there?
But
I
if
mean,
you look
obviously,
at,
acting.
yeah, but if you look at his like IMDb page, he does he does like a lot of like smaller films. Like, dude actually enjoys acting.
That's what I would say.
He actually enjoys it. He because like there's like the big difference. It's like, okay, you got your big superstar actors, your award winners, your big blockbuster ones, but their body
And
of
those who are
work
in for the lovely game.
ends up being real like, real small body of work.
Mm-hmm.
Then you have your
Look at
working
Carl Urban. He's
actors.
picked his roles well in a huge movie franchise.
Then you have like, okay, you have your working actors who appear like, yeah, you see them in almost every damn thing.
Mm-hmm.
Look at Tim Russ, for example.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
He was also on Suits.
and you know who, or you know who's often a director on Suits?
Who's that?
Robert Duncan McNeil.
I did not know that. That's
Yeah,
cool. Or at least I never noticed it.
yeah. It's like there's other times I'm not sure with a lot more recent shows. It's like they put the director like a lot of older shows. It's like have like the guest stars and directors, writers, and stuff, and in like the after the theme song for the episode in question
Hmm.
appear on screen. Not sure if that's still the thing anymore.
Don't. God damn it if it doesn't.
Like look, it's like looking at
Ooh, I'll fall off the roof again.
huh, hey, you know what? This stage this particular job has clearly been fun for everyone. Plus 69%.
Ooh. That is fun for everyone.
Keep having to remember the thing, not the left trigger, and as it is in the original one.
It's the right bumper. Or left bumper. Sorry. Right bumper is unlimited spray.
Yes, most use the most useful button.
Mm-hmm. That and the what have we not done button.
Yes. What have we done now?
Fuck. On this barn forever.
This is just like, well, the plus side, it's going much faster than probably when you did it solo.
First one. Correct. That went very slow because I had what you have and it was just me. There's no end of game ray gun to speed things up.
Oh, you have to buy the damn thing.
You'll get there.
Eventually.
It's not what a game is.
I mean, think about all the various games we have played. Like, some games, yeah, last a couple of weeks. That
Mm-hmm.
some games are become a saga, adventure even.
That does happen.
Oh, this like
This
also
fucking
like the
house is a saga.
I was going to say some of the other stuff coming up on the stream this week. As I mentioned earlier, Voyager, tomorrow, Sonic Racing Cross Worlds on Saturday, Senra Kagura Estival Versus, which I was, after playing the what was the remake of the first game of that franchise, was not, I would say I had like a good idea of like how some of these characters reacted. Yes, it's a very fan servicey heavy game, but I had like a good idea of the personalities. I understood where I understood them. I understood their character motivations. I was not prepared to see like okay how these characters will be acting, but it's essentially the equivalent of like 4 games later.
Well, what I saw of your stream looked rather pornographic.
Hey, it's legal. Hey, it's legal to be on Twitch, and it's on and YouTube.
There, that day where you put up like 48 photos, it was like, holy fuck, what's going on in in this game?
Yeah, screenshots and stuff like that. So let's make sure we get this the proper context here. Not to mention, too, I'm also like on the side like hey, because considering I've a number of times I've had to get a new computer, this board does serve as a nice backup for several files. So having archives, especially of screenshots and stuff that goes back a couple years at this point, very damn useful, especially when I go back to revisiting a game. Like one of my Mass Effect playthroughs of the 360 version used a instead of me doing thumbnails for every stream, I was using like the same exact image with the Mass Effect logo on it. Was the Normandy dock at the Citadel.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, being able to go back and find something makes it so much easier for trying to make thumbs unique, or like a thumbnail is unique for the YouTube channel. Start images
Thumbs is
for
unique, he's short.
and but I meant in terms of promotion and stuff. Having a
Not
unique
Chris
start.
Rhodes.
Chris Rhodes.
Isn't that his last name?
Chris Rhodes. What the guy? The
Oh, Rhodes.
oh, and Cody
Pretty sure that's
Rhodes.
Thumbs' last name.
Oh, oh, see him. Oh yes, it is. I didn't know it was. You know what? He almost everything else he goes by CM Rhodes.
Mm-hmm.
So I did not know. I did not know. I did not know Thumbs is
First name?
yeah.
Chris. It is Chris.
It's like I'm friends with him on Facebook and everything, and I was still like he posts something, I was still calling him Thumbs on it.
Oh, yeah.
Co-
Fuck off, Thumbsy, leave us alone.
complete with the letter Z.
Oh, you have to do the Z. Canadian on you.
Yeah, no proper English grammar. Hey, look, I've learned to say aluminium instead of aluminum,
Jesus.
but
That can't. That's adding the syllables to it. Those letters aren't even in there.
for which version? First or the second one?
Aluminium.
No, but you know what? It did. Well, there was this one time we had a research assignment from a dayish job,
Mhm.
And that aluminum was a word. It's like, oh yeah, I'm going to have so much fun with this because we were speaking with people in the companies in the primarily in the South.
Mhm. Yeah,
Oh,
what now?
it was like aluminium. It was like, what percentage of the metals that you utilize in your facility is aluminium? Like alu what? You know,
Well, the education level up there is pretty high.
I said the South, so it's like, yeah, no. But this, but this the fuck with with some of these dudes. Like, yeah, I totally would. It's like, no, any chance I get to mess with them.
Just start each call with dueling banjos. Sir, what do you think of aluminium?
Alu, what? Speaking of doing banjos, there was a great little video years ago. Steve Martin and Frog dueling banjos. With Kermit's signature musical instruments, a banjo. Steve Martin plays the banjo
Mhm. Quite
and
well.
very well. And everyone who has ever done anything with the Muppets says that yes, by the end of the week, you will believe that the Muppets are real. You know, you are not talking to the puppeteer.
Mhm.
You are talking to the Muppet as if they are in that life, an actual person. Live the gimmick. It also makes a lot of like their Muppets related where they do like anything outdoors. They have to have they're working off of like you have like human actors playing opposite.
Like Jason Segel?
Yeah. Or it's this it's always interesting. It's like, okay, I can understand how on a stage, like on a sound stage or whatnot, because you can build like the area for the puppeteers into the sound stage. Like interior stuff is like always like fascinating to me. They never really give them a proper explanation like they do it.
Oh, it's tricks of the trade. Magician can't reveal their tricks.
Oh, that's a Penn and Teller. They got thrown out of every magic group for like, oh yeah, that's one of the funniest things ever. They got thrown out of a group called the Magic Castle or something, Magic Circle, something like
Mhm.
that. It's like one of the big like organizations or from magicians are part of.
Mhm.
It's like, and it says then years later, it's like yes, we want to put some of your stuff into our Hall of Fame,
Huh.
but it was like even though we thrown you out for exposing magical secrets, like
Yeah.
like I like that little I like the little show fool us. It's like they watch enough of it, you start catching on to what they are meaning. Is like see what their code words are when they try to says like they convey either if they were fooled or not by another
Hmm.
magician's act. It ends up being real. It ends up being real fascinating. Like on what does and what does not fool them.
Yeah, you would think they've seen just about everything, so
Yeah,
have to be something clever.
and a lot of times it is, or it's like it ends up being a take on a trick that they did before, like
Mhm.
that they did not consider. Or although there is a running gag Yes, a card magician from Spain. It's like, yeah, that's automatically fooling them.
Fell off the roof, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
Just trying to take away and distract me, right? I noticed.
Yeah, I went down here. I was trying to find the spots. Yeah, those look like, yes, floating on the air. Has to be like a big, be just like pure cumulative. Damn it!
Spectacular. It's probably the eaves trough, like where the eaves trough meets the roof. If you want to grab the ladder, it's likely where the rest of it is.
Yep.
Yeah. There we go.
Okay, so,
So clean. Well,
uh, oh hey Mona, hey, checking in before you go to bed. Thanks Mona for popping in. Shout out here. We saw Mona Thesia playing. Was on earlier today playing the Binding of Isaac. We saw. You
that's
said.
it.
Said
Barn's
oh,
done.
Barn's done.
Yep.
Oh, is that wait?
That's
Pipe
the
now.
silo.
Roof
Make it
eaves.
count.
My door.
Yeah. I'm getting a door frame thing. Oh. We need a ladder of some proclivity for that.
Oh, I was gonna. I was gonna use it to.
No. Mine. Mine, Paris. Oh, I see what I did.
Oh, got a raid from Oldish this evening. Oldish coming in for after a stream of Path of Exile 2. Otis, hopefully you had a good stream today. And Pandy, is there movies?
What did I miss over here? I don't see anything.
Yeah, that's it's on the.
Ah, there we go.
Yes, oh, a little hydration there. Otis, Panda, always glad to see you again. Like, yes.
I think that's it for the barn. It's just a silo.
Yep. Which is the silo base rim, the silo cap, the silo panels, the panel trims, the silo roof, roof hatch, roof rim.
Mm-hmm.
We'll say we're going to save that. Oh, it is Stone Circle, Great River National. Go back to the main. Can't go back to the job, the place.
because you
Uh,
haven't finished.
oh, yeah. I had Panda had the volume turned down some. Now it's up in AFK bio. Water noise again. Yes. I'll pop back out to the main menu. Oh wait, no. There he is. Go to home base. Took me a while to figure out here. They changed the logic of it. Next week we will continue the barn, the farm.
Yes.
Take advantage of the washer repair. Theory fix.
Yes, and I will leave you to the end of your stream, good sir. Hope you feel better.
Yes, man. Prima Vista or the Urban U2.
Beats have no names, understood.
Yes. I was like, increasingly powerful. One.
Yes. Sleep well. Have a good night.
Oh wait, I accidentally sold it. Didn't realize it. Bought it and I sold it.
Not a good idea.
Definitely. Thank you, Iceman. Hopefully you have a great night and a great day.
You too. Bye bye.
As we are doing, yes, a wind down for the evening, folks. Always make sure to address the kitties. Be prepared for the big wind down. So anyway, tomorrow night we're back to Star Trek Voyager Across the Unknown. We are going to be picking up with um those who remember the episode with the Hirogen and the array, the whole thing where like Voyager having to deal with relays to get information from Federation. We're basically picking up some essentially somewhere in the middle of season 4. Then Friday, we have Senra Kagura Estival Versus. That's Friday's stream. Saturday, we will be doing Sonic Racing Cross Worlds for the Tangle and Whisper event. And once we unlock all the goodies with that, we will probably do some Overwatch on the back end. That, and then Sunday, Senra Kagura, and then Monday, Tuesday, Voyager, and Wednesday next week, PowerWash Simulator 2 return. Our upcoming have going for the next week. We wind down February. Prepare to enter but we are going to drop in on the zone out with Cecilia Littlewing. They're probably not impressed by an episode of The Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog. Back in time for the raid. Indeed. Have a good night, folks. Hey, friendship person. Stay safe, and we'll see you tomorrow in the Delta Quadrant. Night, folks.